Hey, welcome back to Blessings Homestead. Today we're going to have something a little different for our channel. It's not really gardening related, but it is homestead related because there's always something to do around this place. We tried to use our enclosed trailer last week and the tongue jack broke. So I've always wanted an electric tongue jack and they've just been cost prohibitive, but I found this one on Amazon for $115 and it had good reviews. It's a 3,500 pound jack and it has a 7-inch drop plate. So we're going to get this thing mounted on here this morning and test it out. Hopefully it works great. If it does, I'll put the link to it down in the comments just in case you might be needing one of these for your trailer. And hopefully this is going to be an easy install. And we'll see here shortly. So y'all come along and see how it works. We got some instructions here. Yeah, I don't need those. No self-respecting man can read the instructions first, right? It really looks pretty simple. It is, this particular jack is trailer grounded. So there literally is only one wire to hook to your battery, and that's your hot wire. So we're going to run this to the battery that operates the trailer brakes, and that battery gets charged through the truck when you're towing it. So hopefully that's going to work well. It looks like an easy install. Hopefully looks aren't deceiving. So this is the drop plate, and that's one of the things that makes this jack a little simpler too, is that you can drop it down as much as 7 inches, pin it off, and then when you jack it up, you can slide this back up. So you got 7 inches of travel there that you don't necessarily have to use the jack portion of it. Saves a little time. Unfortunately, this trailer is actually tapped in the front, so I didn't even have to use a wrench and break the bolts loose. Just in case it falls, maybe it won't come down all the way. Now, being that this thing is trailer grounded, they send these star washers to put under the head of the bolts to help ensure that it gets the ground through those bolts. So the bolts that came off had a flat washer, so I'm going to put the star washers under the flat washers. So it's a pretty simple install. You just got 3 bolts to take out. This is a standard pattern you would see on most tongues. And we don't want to strip that bolt hole out, so I'm going to snug that down pretty tight, but not over tighten it. So we're going to do a test here. Not sure how much power this battery's got, so we're just going to touch the lead to the battery and try the jack one time and see if I need to back my truck up and plug it in. and it works. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and run it down to the ground so I don't have to worry about it falling off the jack or something. And then we'll get our cable hooked up permanently. Now the only negative comments I've seen about this jack on Amazon was that it's slow. But honestly, with the gear drive and all in it, slow is all relative. It still means I don't have to turn the handle on top. There you go. So that actually worked really well. Lifted the trailer up with no problem. You could hear a little bit of load on the jack, but what y'all don't know is this trailer is full all the way to the ceiling. The front part of it up here actually has cement pavers in it. So this tongue is actually a little bit overweighted for what it's rated right now, and the jack still lifted with no problem. So my first impressions are really good. A couple features this does have. One of them wasn't such a big deal. There is a LED light on the front right here, so that you can flip that on. You can see it light up there. Kind of hard in the daylight here, but it does light up. Let's see, you can flip it on, just give you light hooking your trailer up and stuff. And then this little rubber grommet comes out here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look down in that hole, there's actually a kind of a hex head there for this tool. So this tool is for an emergency. If your battery died or your jack quit, then you can crank up or let down the jack with this handle. So there is an option there in case your battery dies, or like I say, or if something, just in case the jack breaks. But hopefully I don't ever have to try that part out. That's the whole point of this, is I don't want to turn this handle anymore. So if this one works good, I'll probably put one on my tractor trailer too. The battery box got a little hole in the bottom or in the side where the trailer jack or trailer brake line comes through. So I'm just going to run through there, and I'm going to zip tie this to that line so that it can't move. Pretty simple. The hole's plenty big enough to run that through. We'll just pull it up through the side there, pull all my slack in, and I'm just going to zip tie that to the trailer brake line. That way it can't move. Alright, so we ran the wire in the hole under the battery, zip tied it to the trailer brake cable. Now I'm going to run it under the battery, come back up, we're going to hook it to this wire right here. So I'm going to cut it off. There we go. Snap that in the outside. And then we'll press that down. Pull this around, make sure it's locked in place. Let's give it a try. There we go. Up and down. Light works. Lights off. There you go. Not bad. Pretty easy to install. So now that we've tested everything out, I've wanted one of these, like I said, for a long time. For $115 compared to $50 or $60 or $70 just for a regular hand crank jack, definitely worth spending a little more money getting the electric one. I really like the feature of it having the handle where if the battery dies or the jack breaks, I can unscrew it. So I like the 7-inch drop plate on the bottom, which is going to make that simpler up and down off the truck. So yeah, I like it a lot. I'll put a link down in the comments below. So if you're looking for one of these jacks, you might want to give the Bastion Power Jack a try. Again, it's 3,500 pound jack. This tongue is probably the heaviest I've ever had it right now, and it had no problem lifting it, so I'm impressed. Check the comments out down below, check that link out. That'll take you to Amazon where you can see exactly the one I got. Maybe it'll help you out too. God bless, shoot straight, and I'll see you next time.